Alright, I am back in a garage that may or may not look familiar. This is the Chamberlain B353 belt drive. There used to be a 1265 in here. And the 1265, which you can see where it was hanging, got replaced because it had some weird glitch where it kicked out 2 of the 3 programmed remotes for who knows why. So my dad bought this thing from Home Depot. He wanted a belt drive anyway. So, that's just what they had. They don't even sell the one with MVIS at Home Depot anymore. It's this thing and then 2 like DC models. And this is the 8155 equivalent, so there's no case isolators, no foam padding, no MVIS. It's literally a chain drive opener with a belt drive sprocket in it. I looked up the price on Home Depot. It was like $168 plus tax, which I think was kind of a ripoff, considering the chain drive one is only $120. But because it says belt, they can mark it up as much as they want. Go figure. Kind of decided to leave everything, the old hangs the way they were just for video, just so you can see, how much lower everything was in here. The door, which I just put in last week, is a CHI 2283 on 20-inch radius. The old Wayne Mark 8100, or Wayne Dalton 8100 if that's what you want to call it, was on 12-inch radius. And I measured for headroom clearances, which that was the lowest point in here. I had like all the room in the world on this side because it's centered. And I had exactly 20 inches worth of clearance, but after I put in, it didn't even really seem to matter because it doesn't get out of the radius until sometime after that rafter. It's got a Moramatic curved arm on it because I didn't think the Chamberlain one was long enough. And I like the bolts spread as far apart as possible. So that's the reason for the Moramatic curved arm. The door bracket is the same. This is the one with the built-in hinge. This is all 12 gauge. Which I also learned that you can't just run a self-tapper through it. You got to pre-drill. Because I actually broke off one of the self-tappers in here. But I got lucky and it left enough thread sticking out for me to get a nut on it. I pre-drilled the top and put a self-tapper in up there. With the opener, it just has one of these, which it does have light. I think the very early versions of this button did not have the light switch on it, I don't think. My HD220 didn't have the light button. Kept the Gen 1 sensors, figured there was nothing wrong with them, why bother changing them? And all the wiring that was here is here. This somehow got loose. I don't know how. It wasn't ever this loose when I put it in originally. So I just kind of left it. Made a spring pad. Yes, it did come with 2 springs. I'm assuming the 2 springs is because of the 20-inch radius. I guess this would technically be considered a high lift door of some sort. I'm not really sure how that works, but it's got more vertical travel than a typical door on 12-inch or even 15-inch. There's 8.5 turns on each spring. Show you some of the other hardware with this. Got huge heavy-duty flag brackets. I think these are like 1/8-inch steel. It's got somewhat normal drums. I think the first step where the cable is, I could zoom in. I think that first step may be a little bit taller, maybe. But yeah, it runs all right. It actually balances really well. Come on, focus. Stop being stupid. If you ever have the room to put in the bigger radius, do it. You won't regret it. The door runs significantly smoother. And I guess I'll go ahead and show you what this sounds like. I think the belt needs tightened up a little bit. Nice enough out of the opening. I still have to put that stuff up. I just didn't have any tacks on me. And the tacks that I think we have here, I think are in the house. So I'll just put that up probably when it gets warmer out. The door seal's tight against the jambs now, so Before it didn't. So air coming in through here isn't really a problem anyway. The arm is straight up and down because this uses up pretty much the entire rail. See, I've got maybe an inch before I'm into the stop bolt. It does, I do have it coming just above the opening. Go ahead and run this back down. That and having the arm like that gives it a nice soft start and soft stop when it closes and starts opening. These are nicely heavy reinforced. CHI definitely did a good job with the 20-inch stuff. I don't know if they go to this extent on 15 or not. Where I'm at, I know I'm in Pennsylvania, so to do something like this around here is pretty rare, unless it's a detached garage. So to be able to put something extra tall in here was actually really nice, because usually most crap around here is on low headroom. You know, it's like my garage. No way a standard lift fitting in there. So there's that. There is the update on the door and door opener. Now, on with this thing. I am slowly working on this. Both axles are done. The transfer case, which is hiding back there, is painted. Haven't done anything with the transmission. I may or may not later. I mean, this did drive when I got it. The frame is in here now. It's mostly done. I just got to paint over where my cab mounts were with truck bed coating. The engine is done. That was probably, at least so far, the most expensive thing in this. You can see it's got roller rockers on it. It does have a MOUD cam in it. And it is bored 30 over. That is fully rebuilt. I just need to finish putting it back together. I've just been spraying it down with oil so it doesn't rust up on me, and rotating it every once in a while. Inside the cab, I did cut out the rust on this side and on that side, even though I don't think you can see it. That ain't rust, that just needs covered back up. Something, the trans tunnel cover bolts to that, or whatever it's called. So I just got to do some welding to that and the other side, and that's done. And I got to buy new door seals too, because I ripped the old ones off. I'm going to do a patch to that, and I didn't cut out on the other side. There is Bondo there, so I may cut that out and put a patch in. Not sure yet. The bed for this is still sitting outside on sawhorses. So this is getting done. I hope to have this on the road by summertime, end of spring, beginning of summer. So, yeah. Sometime later on, I'll just take those old hangs off and cut this stuff and redo that. Yeah, I even left the hooks in there from the extension springs. So, no, for anyone wondering, no, you cannot get extension springs on 20-inch radius. The manufacturer won't do it. So there is the current updates for what I did in here last weekend. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.